Oh, you can have it back.
Thanks, because I can't call it out because I'm an idiot.
No, I have the
You
rest.
young people, you youngsters can use your phone. I cannot.
I mean,
While
listen,
waiting for the game
the
to start over
alternative
on
is
track
the
one, let's take a
alternative.
moment to thank our
And we want to
sponsors. We
welcome
have Modern
everybody
State
that's viewing
Dessert,
right now. Welcome to the game
Welcome
between the Killa crew and Mid-Michigan Mayhem. This is Bob Noxious. I'm sitting alongside Shiv. We are at the Lansing Center in beautiful downtown Lansing. Actually, it is a very nice town. I have to say, I pulled in. I was really impressed. Very interestingly lit at night.
I'm impressed with how many tracks they got in the space. They have 2 tracks for actual gameplay, and then they have a warm-up track over in the corner.
That is correct.
And then they also have quite a large portion that's for vendors, which is really nice to see how many vendors they were able to get out and support this event.
And of course, we're looking at the D2 bracket at the moment. Division 1 bracket played just before us. That was going to be Kalamazoo's A team, and that was against Detroit's C team, I think it was.
Yep, that was Motor City Disassembly Line for Detroit.
So how many of these have you been to?
Mitten Kittens? I've only been to one before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great time for those of you at home that aren't familiar with it. Look it up. The great thing about this, of course, Shiv, is that everybody plays for a trophy. I mean, it's not about rankings. It's about who comes through at the very end. At every division then has an overall champion, single game elimination. I don't know that you could ask for anything more than that.
No, that's amazing. And I mean, just seeing all these skaters from across the state getting to gather and hang out with one another. I've seen so many people just from different leagues so excited to see their friends from other leagues
Yeah,
and getting to play
exactly.
each other and
A
spend
lot of
time
new
together the
faces,
weekend.
a lot of faces from years ago. It's been fun to make new friends and catch up.
Yeah, there are a lot of new faces. I was decently surprised when I came in here and I was like, oh, I'll know everyone when I announce. It'll be fine. And I'm like, oh, I don't. But that's exciting because that just means our sport is growing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I came in expecting to know nobody, and yeah, I wasn't really disappointed. I think I knew AK and a couple other people. That was about it.
Slide this over so I can also steal your notes. I think the roster I had on my phone was a little outdated. So.
I gotta stick with what I do. I when I announce. It's just so nice to be here in this nice, somewhat warm facility. Thank you for Lansing Roller Derby.
Looks like, yep, there we go. We're
Okay,
about
we
to
got
get started. Looks like Mid-Michigan has Sweet Poison on the jam line.
Ready to go.
Going in
There's
with
our
a big
first
hit
whistle.
there.
Let's see who our first jammer is.
We got 14 jamming for Kalamazoo.
And that's going to be Headhunter. Headhunter doing a nice job of squeezing through. Going to find some room on the inside.
Yeah, Headhunter has lead, but Poison is up on her. Making a quick pass. And Headhunter calls it before anyone scores any points. A 0-0 jam for the first time out.
Not a bad decision, of course.
No, not at all.
You're playing defense and offense simultaneously. It's just one of those things where sometimes it's not worth trying to risk the points, especially when they're that tight heading into the pack. So we are off to the second jam.
Yes, it is a D2 game. Actually, wrote that down. I remember I first went and getting on like, what? Well, and Mid-Michigan Mayhem is a combination of Central Michigan Mayhem and Mid-Michigan Roller Derby joining forces. Speaking of forces,
That was some good line coverage there from 23 for Mid-Michigan Sly Vixen.
Yeah, we got Machete Lane. Machete Lane is just taking the lead jam, looking to score the first points of this game.
And now we have 7:07. Catastrophe getting out right behind.
Yeah, Machete Lane going to get through, going to pull the 4 points.
Got full 4, is going for another pass. Hoping that defense.
Yeah, interesting move. Wasn't sure she was going to call it off and go for another patch.
And Catastrophe got a cut on that inside line. So Catastrophe will be headed to the box. And it looks like Machete is going to try and run this power jam.
And Machete doing it without a whole lot of sweat there.
Yeah, just breezing right through.
Kind of casually
Looks like they're
cruising. Her team's going to rush and try to push the other blockers out of the way. She's going to.
There we go. Following that offense, moving her feet quickly.
Little dancing around. That's going to be another 4 points. That goes to Machete Lane.
Good start again. Both Kalamazoo teams have jumped out.
We see Catastrophe standing and on their way back onto the track with that Kalamazoo defense already ready for that jammer to come back in. And they are locking it down. And there's the jam call off. That was a big jam for Kalamazoo. I think we're looking at a 24-point jam, 20-point jam.
Starting off.
Looks like a 20-4 run in favor of the Killa crew.
First points on the board of this game. And that was quite a big jam for Kalamazoo.
A couple of the Kalamazoo skaters, this will be their second game in a row, so good for them. Sweet Poison, number 82, out there keeping an eye on her three while telling them which way to go.
And there we see Sweet Poison trying to work way through, going to turn a little sideways.
All right, and
Slips through
number
that
5 for Killa Crew, Hot Pocket, getting right through. Those tiny jammers, if they know how to work those lines, they can have a lot of success. And Hot Pocket is really demonstrating that right now.
Yeah, Hot Pocket with a little bit of an apex jump.
An apex hop.
Yeah, I think so.
Hippity hop. And there we go. Another scoring pass for Hot Pocket. Looks like that jammer is still stuck. For Mid-Michigan, that is that's 007. Darken. Is that Darken?
Kalamazoo is out one more time.
Hot Pocket on another scoring pass. We see the star pass to Sweet Poison. It looks like they have to pass it back, meaning it was an illegal star pass, and they have to go through one more time.
Leave them here, please. And then there's one.
Michigan Mayhem picked up 4 more points on that jam.
States. Yes. I'll have one.
All right, that was a 16-0 jam in favor of
Sorry, I was
Kalamazoo.
looking at the wrong route. There's points on both sides, so it took me just a moment to realize those 4 points went to Kalamazoo. 36
And we're looking at a score of 36-4 in favor of Kalamazoo over Mid-Michigan. That was a 16-0 run.
Sweaters in hockey, which you know.
And this time around for Kalamazoo is going to be number 14. That's going to be Headhunter.
Yeah, just powering right through that pack.
Mid-Michigan
see,
Mayhem is organizing it partly by the pivot line, trying to
And Headhunter going to go up against that through wall up front from Mid-Michigan.
Good
Nice.
line coverage from Sly Vixen there.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, that's when they give her a forearm
And Sly Vixen goes to the box for a forearm penalty. We're seeing a star pass here from Mid-Michigan. They're looking for the pass. Kitty takes it and is powering through. Really moving those feet, driving out the pack to get out. Looks like she gets hit out on the inside line. While Headhunter's coming through on another scoring pass.
Headhunter going to pull 4 more points. In the meantime, Mid-Michigan Jammer held up at the back of the pack. Really just just kind of a sit block or a couple of people back there that have done a really nice job. We're going to force it to the inside one more time.
Yep, there's only about 35 seconds left in this jam. 35 seconds now. And that jammer has still yet to get out for Mid-Michigan. They're really working that wall, though they are not giving up, really driving. And it looks like there was a back block penalty called on Headhunter, so she will be taking a trip to the box. This could be really big for Mid-Michigan if they can capitalize on this power jam and get some offense going to get Kitty out.
All right, Mid-Michigan right now fighting to try to get through that front three wall. Really not having luck. The stout defense of the Killa crew been very consistent so far, and that's going to be a 12-0 run.
Now we got a power start.
So now we will be starting on a power jam in favor of Mid-Michigan, so hopefully they can use this to really get lead and pick up some points. We're looking at 55-4 right now in favor of Kalamazoo.
That we had. I know we talked about massage therapy earlier. But there's quite a... Keep that mic away
Some
from
feedback.
There we go. It's like a Who concert all
All
over
right,
again.
there we go. Getting through on that inside line. That's
going to be Catastrophe. Catastrophe going to have lead jam. I believe that's going to be the first lead jam for Mid-Michigan. Of course, unopposed at the moment, but
and that Kalamazoo jammer is now out of the box. Headhunter is looking to get through. And she is up and out of the pack. And it looks like Catastrophe is now going to the box for, they're going to do, it's not a jammer swap because that other jammer already came out, so she'll actually have to sit for her full 30.
and Headhunter, a nice little assist from the back there.
Nice little push from the back, getting her out and getting her on her first 4 points.
And Headhunter going to go through one more time, going to hit that three wall in turn 3. And we're going to skate our way through on the inside line one more time. We're going to see number 707, Catastrophe, back out on the track after serving her penalty.
But she did forfeit lead, so this jam is going to go the full 2 minutes, which doesn't sound very long, but can be very exhausting when you are out there and doing the skating. There we go. That was some good defense from number 12, Risky Chicky, trying to hold that front.
All right.
And now we see Catastrophe getting pushed on that outside line. That Kalamazoo line coverage is pretty tight. But she is driving, pushing up and through. And that is a high block for Catastrophe, so she will be going back to the box, and Kalamazoo will be starting on a power jam.
And that was a 16-7 run in favor of Kalamazoo.
And this is the Kalamazoo B team, correct? The Kill Stars, I believe. Killa Crew.
Killa Crew.
We got all kinds of sponsors out there. Skate Shop out of Cleveland, Jersey Stick, local hot.
And Michigan's trying to move up to not let that offense move on them. Good defense from Poison there, but she takes a hit from 777.
And we're going to see Machete Lane out there right now. Machete Lane is the lead jammer for the Killa Crew. Looking for a little help on the inside. Going to get it cut to the outside. A little nice skip, hop and a jump.
Good slice through the pack there. And 777's offense for Killa Crew has been very on point here, very helpful. And you see them now reforming, setting up that tripod, getting ready for defense as Catastrophe comes back out of the box and is on her initial pass.
You have looks, I do not. Good for you.
And Machete Lane, just one more to beat. She's going to do that.
Quick edge work.
707 is recycled.
And it looks like Catastrophe is still on that initial pass. That defense from Killa Crew has been really locked down.
Of course, 707 has been out there for 3 jams now.
And quick run through on that inside from Machete.
I'm happy to hear that you're skating.
All right, Machete Lane with another 4 points.
I mean, it's not hockey, you know.
Machete has a lead and is running it, which is the smart decision here.
Yeah, the defense is stout enough that she hasn't had to worry about giving points up.
Yeah. And it looks like Catastrophe has made her way out of the pack. Oh, and a hit right at the end of the engagement zone.
Yeah, Catastrophe going to end up having to recycle herself, go back to the back of the pack one more time. Machete Lane, in the meantime, is going to pull a penalty here. She's going to sit down, so we've actually got a power jam in favor of Mid-Michigan, and the start pass is going to happen just as the jam ends.
And they will get to start on that power jam now.
We're going to come out with 007.
007 is Darkin Phoenix. Darkin Phoenix hails from Central Michigan Mayhem. I've had the opportunity to
And once again, we are at Mitten Kittens mashup. 10th time it's been done.
That is crazy to think about. 10 years.
It's grown a lot in that time, for sure.
And there we see some good offense, and we're seeing Phoenix struggling to stay in, but manages to stay in and is trying to follow her offense through the pack. Those blockers are tight together. Is running up. And so close to get through that pack, but now has to go all the way behind. Yup. So Phoenix is getting a cut there. And will be headed to the box while lead. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was not her. Someone else got the penalty.
Machete Lane back out on the track, of course. And Catastrophe, she's going to call off the jam.
And got 3 points. So nice 3-0 jam there. It's a good way to pick up some quick points for them. And we see Sweet Poison and Hot Pocket lining up on the jam line. It looks like Killa Crew has a blocker in the box, so they're only starting with 3. Poison powering through that wall, running out of the pack.
Yeah, nice job there, digging in and breaking some arms.
Yeah, really challenging those links and trying to get those multiplayers called. Ooh, a hard hit, but legal, and runs through with a quick call off. Gets 4 more points.
Yeah, looked like Shy Vixen had things locked up to the outside. She took the inside route instead, had the collision. We'll still pull some points out of it.
We're looking at 83 to 18 right now. Again, in favor of Kalamazoo.
Then we have Dahmer's daughter. That's everything's wrong about that, which is beautiful. Johnny Damani. Nick Tater is our head ref. Janitry.
Those jammers are both pushing up. Then 14 takes lead.
Yep, that's going to be Headhunter.
And there we go. A nice job at following her friends to run through on that inside line for Mid-Michigan's jammer.
Yeah, Wrecking Liz. And there we see Headhunter going to make another pass. Going to make the initial pass, going to get the 4 points there. And Wrecking Liz almost to the front, almost gets out, catches a booty block right into the inside of the track.
But is on a scoring pass, but it looks like Headhunter's making the decision to call it because that defense has already relocked down that other jammer for Mid-Michigan. Wrecking Liz?
Yep.
Okay.
Headhunter there, going to find just a little bit of room on the inside of turn 3, spin out of it.
And pick up that 4.
And that's going to be a 12-0 run in favor of Kalamazoo. And we're looking at a score 95 to 18.
It looks like Mid-Michigan picked up 2 points in that jam, passing the hips of at least 2 of those 4 blockers. It looks like we have an injury out on the track, but our EMTs are taking care of it, making sure everyone's okay before we continue. So huge shout out to everyone here who's making today happen, from our EMTs to our track crew making sure that the floor is safe, to all of the event organizers and all of the sponsors and people who have come out.
And of course, a big shout out to Lansing Roller Derby, our host here today. And again, we are in downtown Lansing. We are at the Lansing Center for the 10th Mitten Kittens mashup.
So don't know what to do with your weekend? Come on down here. Watch some derby in person. You won't regret it. We have awesome vendors here. Lots of skate supplies. Looks like Modern Skate and Surf came out, has a table. You have PT's massage therapy if you need a little fixing up.
All right, official timeout still carrying on. I want to remind everybody that this is a one and done tournament. You get to play more games, but this is Division II right now. The D2 teams, whoever wins here will move on to the next round. And we end up crowning a champion of D1, D2 state teams. And am I missing anything?
No, I think you got it covered. It looks like our skaters standing. Hoping everyone is all right. Skating off the track, so that's always a good sign. They'll have to sit for at least 3 jams before they can go back in. They're feeling all right.
Good job by our head official, Nick Tater, to make sure.
And thank you again to our EMTs for making sure all of our skaters stay feeling all right and keeping us safe out on the track. All right. And we are getting ready to get back into the game. We have Sweet Poison on the jam line against Machete.
I did not know that.
What's Machete's full derby name?
I did not.
Machete Lane.
And once again, Poison just powering through that pack, but great offense from the pivot for Killa crew, number 18, Chaotic. That was a nice hit that got their jammer out of the pack, but it looks like Poison's going to be able to power through. We see the mid-Michigan pivot making a trip to the box. That means mid-Michigan will be starting down without their pivot for the next jam.
Sometimes you see razzle dazzle, and sometimes you just see put your head down and keep the legs moving.
Yup. Gotta keep driving. Oh, it looks like Mid-Michigan actually has 2 in the box and is starting with 2 on the track.
All right, looks like we got Reckless up there.
And Hot Pocket.
What do we got? One in the box for Mid-Michigan.
And Hot Pocket is gonna run through the middle of both of the blockers. It's like
There was no resistance there. Able to find a little crease on the outside.
Yep.
There's your lead jammer right there is number 5.
Looks like they are trying to hold pack with keeping number 22, but in doing so, Hot Pocket was able to just slip right past them.
Second game,
Ooh, Hot Pocket going for a big hit.
And Princess Harming for Kalamazoo.
And Reckless is now out of the pack as well. It looks like Hot Pocket is either going to make the decision to run it and keep the jam going. Oh, good line coverage there from 100. It's looking like Smackajawea from Killa Crew. 57 taking a trip to the box for Killa Crew. So they are now down a blocker, which allows Reckless to run up that inside and get out on a scoring pass. Hot Pocket makes it out of the pack, but not before taking a pretty hard hit from the pivot. We're looking at Motor City Kitty from Mid-Michigan.
And Reckless going to end up face down on the ground. In the meantime, Hot Pocket trying to fight through what looks like a four wall.
And
She's
good
got
line
all the
coverage
blockers.
there. Yeah. Meanwhile, Killa Crew is down to 2. Reckless is on. And there we go. That's the jam. We're looking at Hot Pocket picking up another 2. Reckless getting another 4. So that was a 14-8 jam. Kalamazoo is now at 111 points, and Mid-Michigan is at 32. We have about 10 minutes left in this first period. I don't know if we've seen this jammer yet for Killa Crew.
No, we have not, and that's going to be number 18, Chaotic.
And they made quick work of slipping through that wall. Mid-Michigan just not quite reformed in time for Chaotic to make that scoring
No,
pass.
they had everybody pinned to the inside, but the outside was not covered.
And a hard hit there from Kalamazoo's blocker. Blue-eyed Bruiser has it really locked down out there on those lines. And there we see the star pass, now 82, Sweet Poison has the star, and Chaotic makes the decision to call it before Poison can hit that pack.
Chaotic grabbing 4 points. Shade under 10 minutes to go. 119. Scratch out 8 points. 119-32. Coming up the jam number 13.
All right, we're looking at a score of 122 in favor of Kalamazoo, 32 for Mid-Michigan. And we've got 8:52 remaining. That was a 12-0 run for Kalamazoo.
Here we have Headhunter jamming for Kalamazoo. That tutu's pretty iconic to spot. I feel like you don't see many tutus in Derby
No.
these days,
No,
but they used to be pretty iconic.
I understand that was developed by NASA, will not burn up on re-entry to the Earth's atmosphere.
And Sly Vixen is out. That no pack gets called, and Sly Vixen picks up lead.
And all that with a uniform whip. You don't see those very often anymore.
We love a whip and a good tutu.
Oh!
And this gym has it all.
Nice footwork there in turn 2. Gonna spin around.
And a quick call off before Headhunter can hit the back of that pack. That was an awesome jam there from Sly Vixen from Mid-Michigan. And it looks like Mid-Michigan actually has got 2 blockers in the box right now, while Kalamazoo has their pivot in the box. So they are going to be starting Mid-Michigan with 2 blockers, Kalamazoo with 3. You see Sweet Poison doing a big hit, but not before Machete Lane sneaks out on the outside line. And they are picking up some speed. Machete communicating with her blockers what she wants to see. Goes for a quick call off, but not before Sweet Poison can pick up her 4 points as well. So 4 and 4.
Yeah, Mid-Michigan's Kitty ended up opening up the inside actually for both jammers.
I love watching close jams like that.
Yeah, it's the game within the game.
Looks like we got Hot Pocket out there on the jam line again for Kalamazoo.
derby is a life-altering commitment.
Oh, we got some jammer on jammer action, trying to slow Hot Pocket's entry into that pack.
Community and great atmosphere. Roller
And
derby.
so far, this is about the only strategy that has worked against Hot
It
Pocket.
is a tight pack. And now it starts to spread apart.
Nice reforming by
Kalamazoo
There we
got
go.
a little miscommunication there. They're going to leave the inside open. Hot Pocket's going to scoot through there.
Looks
But
like
definitely one of the better defensive stands we've seen from Mid-Michigan today.
agreed.
maybe crazy.
And 13 takes a trip to the box for a stop block in that pack. So when a pack is moving slowly like that, you gotta really make sure you're picking up your feet and keeping things, looking like they're moving, even if you want to be standing still.
And Hot Pocket there going to get herself a little bit sideways. All she needs is a hint of daylight.
Yep. Phoenix working really hard to get past this wall. Takes the star off to go for a pass. Her pivot is up at the front of the pack on some D right now. Can always be a tough spot to be in, but sometimes all you need to do is take off that helmet cover, and then you can sneak on by. And there we see the star pass. So now we have Catastrophe taking the star on her way around for a scoring trip, but not before Hot Pocket calls it off.
And with 4:55 remaining, we have 139 for Kalamazoo, 40 for Mid-Michigan in this Division II first round face-off. Once again, winners will continue to progress on their way to a championship, and then the ones that don't win, I hate to say losers, the ones that don't win, of course, they will move on to that bracket. So they'll still have plenty of games to play.
I think everyone who's skating here today is definitely a winner just for making it out here and putting in their all for a tough game. And it's going to be a lot of games for a lot of people tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of very exhausted, sore people come Sunday evening.
Yeah. I don't envy them, that's for sure.
Even me, and all I have to do is sit in a chair.
And we have Sweet Poison on a power start, really driving that line, that wall, and getting lead jammer. Looks like there is some communication from the wall about offense, and manages to stay in. There we go.
Yeah, that two wall up front, that's going to reform itself pretty quickly. And wisely, going to call off that jam, take the points that are had.
And that leaves Hot Pocket in the box, meaning they are going to get one more power start. So they are really trying to utilize this power jam for everything that they can.
If you're wanting to keep tabs on all the action throughout the venue for the weekend, make sure you check out Lansing Roller YouTube.
Hot Pocket is already out of the box, but not making her way through that pack before Phoenix picks up a lead. Hot Pocket is speeding up, trying to get right on her, and we see some offense coming here from Mid-Michigan's players, and a good call-off, good hit to the inside. That was quite a good jam, 0-3 for Mid-Michigan, getting the 3 points there.
Sometimes it doesn't take long to put the points on the board and just go ahead and save the time. And that was a 0-3 run for Mid-Michigan. Right now, Kalamazoo at 142, Mid-Michigan at 47. We've got 2:49 remaining in the first period. And we're going to get a team timeout with that. That's going to go to Mid-Michigan. And they're going to take a little bit of time and discuss.
Yeah, just regroup, get a moment to breathe before going into this jam.
Well, and the thing for me is not only do I get to come out here, not only do I get to experience Lansing, not only do I get to experience Shiv, but I get to experience Shiv's dog.
Yes, I do. I have my little meatball right here. He's a little
perfect name.
He's a little stinky today. So,
Oh God, that's good.
know.
That's all right. I thought it was me. I've been sitting in this
yeah,
sport
but
coat
know,
all
I
day.
think we're lucky that we're around so much derby gear today.
Yes. Yeah, no kidding, right? It is funny when you haven't done this in a while how that smell of sweaty pads and just
Oh, yeah.
stink in the air hits you after about 2 games get played.
In a weirdly nostalgic way.
Yes.
You're like, wow,
Absolutely.
it's not a
Absolutely.
great smell, but I also don't hate it.
Yes. Yes. There have been many ways to try and fix that, and it's just part of the game.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if you don't stink, you're not trying, right?
Exactly, there you go.
That's what I always say.
I'm going to start telling my teammates that.
There you go. You let me know what the response is.
Yeah, probably won't be great. I don't think they'll love it.
Thank you to our medical staff, Dr. Robert Burns.
All right, and we've got Poison on the jam line against Headhunter. Headhunter really moving those feet. And that no pack is called.
Yep. And, of course, she's out lead jammer. Sweet Poison.
Hard hit to
Absolutely.
Sweet Poison right
Gets
there.
dropped like a 3-foot putt to the inside.
Sly
of the track.
Vixen managing to stay up in front, trying to lead to that line, but just not quite getting there. But Poison is on her way out. Quick feet and out of the pack, right behind Headhunter. They go for some offense, but can't quite move those mid-Michigan blockers. Sometimes if you're a blocker and you can use that other team's offense in your wall, it's the best thing for you. It's like you have a fifth person out there with you. And that is exactly what mid-Michigan did.
And mid-Michigan's they've got 4 points.
Now Sweet Poison got a quick scoring pass there, and Headhunter makes the decision to call it.
That's going to bring us to
All right, we've got another jam or so left. It's 136 remaining. We've got 150 in favor of Kalamazoo. They are to the 51 of mid-Michigan. And we've got a whole nother period of action
Do.
that's coming your
And
way.
there's our 5 seconds. Machete Lane jamming for Killa Crew. She's got them nice long legs for trying to step around those blockers.
number 18 from Mid-Michigan Mayhem.
But
And-
that pack is tight. Oh, but manages to slip through on the inside.
Yeah, pack play has gotten a lot better for mid-Michigan as the game has progressed. And right there, we're going to see that they're going to have their jammer out looking to make
And
a scoring
that
run.
is one busy penalty box right now for both teams. We've got your mid-Michigan blocker in the box. We finally had, and another Killa Crew blocker headed to the box. And that is Phoenix jamming for mid-Michigan. And Machete just running by those blockers.
Yeah, it got that long stride. It makes up a lot of ground with what looks like not a lot of effort, of course.
I know,
That's deceiving.
very.
And right there, everything's going to be open on the inside. She's
And
going to
that
throw that
edge
head
work.
fake.
Yeah, that was a great juke there from Machete.
Phoenix doing her best to try to stay inbounds and upright.
And that is the jam.
First here,
0-0 on that last scoring pass for both jammers. But it was 12 for Kalamazoo and 8 points for mid-Michigan, that jam. We are now going into intermission with Kalamazoo at 162 and mid-Michigan at 59.
All right, so you got 15 minutes. Go ahead, call your mom, call your cousin, use the restroom, get something to eat, make a pizza, but be back.
Oh, I want to make a pizza.
goods, massages, jewelry.
So the one piece of advice I would give you is try to take it in smaller chunks. Like when you feel you have to take a breath, then stop, and then I'll fill, and I'll be standing by the front door. I'll have you fill. I mean, nobody's offered to take me for a walk, so
It's hard
I
out
might
here.
need the help at this point. All right, so first half winds up with Kalamazoo leading 62 to 59 over Mayhem. Again, this is a single elimination tournament. The winner will move on to the winner's bracket. The team that doesn't win will move on to the bracket of those who haven't. I think that's about the most polite way to put all that, right?
I think you hit the nail on the head there.
All right, so jamming this first time around, we are going to see. We're going to see the. We're going to see the 2-2 of speed and power
From Headhunter.
Yep.
And then we have Sweet Poison jamming for Mid-Michigan.
And Mid-Michigan doing a much better job up
Yeah.
front as time has
Mid-Michigan
progressed.
really keeping slow. Motor City Kitty hitting on that outside line, allowing Poison to pick up a lead, but not before getting run back. And makes a quick call off.
Yeah, might as well save those points. That's 9-11. I tell you, it's been a terror all day, picking in legs.
Headed to the box for, I believe it was a low block.
That's a pretty strong accomplishment for a tall girl.
I know. Just means you're staying low and in that derby stance.
All right, we got Hot Pocket up this time. See who we got there for Mid-Michigan. And nice little start. Mid-Michigan not going to steal off that outside line to give Hot Pocket the lead jam.
So sneaky. But we see Catastrophe jamming for Mid-Michigan.
Oh, Hot Pocket comes in. She comes in hot. She's going to be right up against the entire blocking squad of Mid-Michigan. And they're going to do a nice job of trying to squeeze the heck out of her. But those fast feet are going to get her through.
410 hit some good offense there, but ended up going to the box for it. But that is okay because that pivot is now out of the box and back on the track. Bacon and legs.
Yep,
What a good name.
it is. Perfect name.
I never get sick of good derby names.
And I tell you, Hot Pocket, as small she is of stature and as quick she is, fleet of foot, she's also very powerful.
Yeah, she knows how to move a wall, and she's not afraid to hit them or come in with some speed,
Absolutely.
which can be hugely impactful.
You know, turning that shoulder, get that shoulder in there, bust things up a little bit.
Catastrophe picked up 4 points on that scoring pass, and so did Hot Pocket. We're looking at an 8-4 jam, putting Kalamazoo at 170, Mid-Michigan at 63, going into jam 2 of the second half.
And it looks like we have Machete Lane.
Yeah, believe so.
And Machete Lane going to try to choose go right up the center. And she's going to make work of that. That was a pretty tough wall to have to punch through.
And good toe-step work there from Phoenix to also get out of the pack just about half a track behind Machete.
Nice formation up front by Mid-Michigan. Machete Lane trying to work herself through. Got a little bit of help right now. But she's going to dump the 2-wall. She's got one more to go, and I think she just gets her out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. You see Phoenix still working the back of that pack, but really driving them.
Machete Lane from Killa comes up the back of the pack. Nice work there.
Mid-Michigan opting to put all the blockers up front, trying to stop Machete Lane. Right now we've got...
And a little bit of a pile up there.
Yeah, that's a Maytag. Everybody tumbles.
Like human dominoes.
All right, that's going to be a 7-4 run in favor of Kalamazoo. We're looking at a score of 177 to 67, Kalamazoo's lead. It's been a tale of defense, quite honestly, in Kalamazoo's, really for Kalamazoo, although Mid-Michigan has, their defense and their blocking has stepped up significantly from the early part of the game.
Absolutely. They seem to have really slowed things down. And Reckles picks up a lead.
Offense by number 12 on Mid-Michigan. That's Risky Chicky.
Look at that smile on both the Jammers' faces. You can see them both just having so much fun out there.
And I don't know that there's going to be any points. Nope. That's going to be
0-0.
goose eggs. That's right. Reckles trying to make that quick hit into the pack. Unfortunately, only got into her own players.
It happens, but you know what? They were both smiling and having fun enjoying that jam. Love seeing Jammers come out of the pack just with giant smiles on their face.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's when we know we're having a good time.
Oh, yeah. We have Sweet Poison on the jam line for Mid-Michigan, and I believe that's Chaotic jamming again for Kalamazoo.
Nice horse out there by number 0, Motor City Kitty.
When they go for the shirt whip and manage to get out.
Yeah, Chaotic through the pack right now.
Poison on a scoring pass. And calling it before Chaotic can hit the back of that pack.
I'll tell you, the one thing that Kalamazoo's done a really good job of is standing up the opposing jammers. They get them out of that stance. They get them kind of on the back of their heels, and it creates a lot of trouble, a lot of balance issues.
Absolutely. Kalamazoo starting real close, sitting on that wall, and some jammer-on-jammer action to start and slow Hot Pocket's roll into the pack. We saw that last half, and it seemed to work pretty effectively.
Yeah, this seems to be a strategy they put together specifically for Hot Pocket, and it has worked, although she's going to scoot around the outside there.
Yeah, Hot Pocket just ducked under her own blocker. I don't know if you caught that. Just ducked right under Blue Eyed Bruiser and managed to use that to her advantage.
And that's going to be Darkin, and I tell you, I think she came in so quietly nobody knew
I
she
know,
was there.
just snuck right through there.
And Darkin going to approach back one more time. She's got all her blockers at the very back end. Now going to hit that 3-wall. Oh, nice
Hot
job.
Pocket goes for a little bit of an apex jump, but doesn't manage to quite make it. Hot Pocket is great at picking up speed the second she needs to run out of that pack. She sees her opening and is very good about taking it.
There's a big difference between speed and quickness, and she's got quickness for sure.
Absolutely.
Hasn't really had to turn the speed on too much today.
Yeah.
And fleet of feet, she will call that off. And that is going to be a 12-0 run in favor of Kalamazoo. We're looking at... it's going to be a 12-3 run. We're looking at 189-74, and we have a little over 20 minutes remaining in this game.
Looks like we have Sly Vixen versus Machete Lane. Sly Vixen for Mid-Michigan, Machete Lane, Kalamazoo.
Oh.
Machete Lane headed to the box for a back block right on that initial start, giving Sly Vixen that power jam.
Not without an exclamation point, getting laid out into the middle of the track. Mid-Michigan down one blocker.
Good offense there from Motor City Kitty, and you see Sly Vixen trying really hard to follow it through quickly, but not quite fast enough.
I think she could see where they wanted to lead her to the inside, and she went to the outside, threw the blocking off a little bit.
But gets through, gets those four Machete Lane out of the box.
She's smiling because she almost tripped over her feet when she came out. Machete Lane's going to get knocked down to the ground in the third turn, and gets back up very quickly.
Really tight pack between turns 3 and 4.
Sly Vixen still has that lead and can make the decision, call it off whenever she wants. It's looking like running it while Machete gets through for a quick 4 on her first scoring pass.
Yeah, and right now they've got her slowed down to an absolute stop, which is probably the last thing you want to see as a jammer. And looks like she's trying to find some help out there. Oh my.
Looks like Sly Vixen made the terrible mistake of going to take the helmet, cover the star off when she had lead status, and unfortunately, you take the star off, you forfeit your lead status. It was right at the end of the jam, and they both got their 4.
And that's an 8-7 run in favor of Kalamazoo. The score right now is 197 Kalamazoo, Michigan Mayhem 81. And right now we have an official timeout.
So what games are you looking forward to this weekend?
I'm really looking forward to the state games. I have to, obviously there's some bias in there for me, but, I'm looking forward to, I guess not technically the debut, but the competitive debut of Team Wisconsin. It'll be the first time that they've competed in a tournament.
Yeah, they play Maryland tonight at 8.
And of course, I'll always be a bit of a homer for Madison, who will be playing. I don't know if they play today, but I know that they play tomorrow for sure. So that Madison Grand Raggedy game is
Yeah,
what
I'm
really
very excited for that one as well. And it looks like that official timeout has been called. Skaters getting back on the track and ready to play.
Poison out there, number 82.
Chaotic jamming for Kalamazoo. Sweet Poison for
Just
Mid-Michigan.
nice job of busting up that 4 wall. Just pushes her way through. And Legs and Bacon going to take a seat on a penalty. Nice job. Nice job by Kalamazoo, just absolutely blocking that inside lane so it was pried wide open. And Chaotic will get through there without any trouble.
Poison also getting through without any trouble.
And once again, they're going to push the Mid-Michigan to the outside of the track. That's going to leave some room for Chaotic.
Looks like Kalamazoo's got 1 scoring pass. Sweet Poison again, just running right through, hitting those walls hard.
This has not been a game with much in the way of speed changes, that's for sure. It's been a very methodical pace.
Absolutely.
We have broken 200. That's an all drink. You can have a soda.
Kalamazoo now at 2:09, Mid-Michigan at 89, with 18 minutes left in the first half.
The second.
Second half. Did I say first?
It's okay.
Oh, it's going to
That's
be a
okay.
long weekend.
I didn't want to correct you, but I thought once the game's over, somebody goes to,
Where's the,
goes
se-
to
where's
make
the
that pizza.
second half?
Yeah, they're like, where's the rest of the game?
Headhunter picking up that lead jammer status. Nice and quick. Catastrophe headed to the box, giving Headhunter a power jam.
Kalamazoo is definitely, they've definitely got got this game in hand, but at the same time, they're going to hurt tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Michigan throwing some brutal blocks. A lot of shoulders in there.
They definitely have some really strong big blockers, big hitters out there.
If nothing else, they're going to be able to count the bruises in the morning. And Headhunter right into that through wall into turn 3. You're going to get dropped. You're going to turn around, recycle herself.
Mid-Michigan's line coverage was really tight for this part.
It is. It is. Absolutely. They've done a much better job of taking that inside line away. But Kalamazoo pretty cagey in the fact that they like to lead them to one side or the other and then seal it off so that their jammers can get through pretty easily.
Absolutely. And we see Catastrophe back out on the track after serving a penalty. while Headhunter still has that lead status. Headhunter sneaking by.
Mid-Michigan trying to get to that jammer. Unfortunately, Headhunter slid through on the outside with almost untouched.
The 2-ball in the back really, really playing, wreaking havoc on the Mid-Michigan jammer.
Doing a good job sitting on the jammer right there.
Number 49 is also out there for Mid-Michigan.
Catastrophe working our way past those last few blockers, and the jam gets called. I don't know if you've heard it in the headphones. There's been some whistle bleed from the other track where I'm like, they're not calling it. And I'm like, oh, it's the other track.
Yeah, it is funny. You know, once you're honed in on all the noise, it is a little distracting.
I know it can be hard as a skater with whistle bleed too, but they've been handling it very, very well.
All right, Kalamazoo once again. They're gonna take that all the way back to the jammer.
Poison charging up that middle, picking up quickly jammer status. Machete working that wall and running out, but not before Poison makes that first scoring pass.
And at that point, she's just going to call it off, keep the points. And that will be a run in favor of Mid-Michigan, 4-0. And we're looking at a 229 to 93 lead from Kalamazoo over Mid-Michigan. And we're about halfway through the second period.
It's the little things in the world that make everything go around for me.
And then once again, Sly Dixon jamming for Mid-Michigan Mayhem.
At first I didn't like this scene, but now I kind of like it.
Sly Vixen getting pushed to that inside line.
You know, it's like, all right, and all the talk that goes on.
And looking at a star pass from Hot Pocket to Chaotic. It's pivoting. Hot Pocket keeps the star, runs by. Call that a star stash.
It's kind of like a magic trick, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I have it? Do I not?
All skate. I just added all skate on.
Make you look over here while I'm doing something else over here.
Dixon slid out on the outside and was out.
Sly Vixen with that lead status. But Hot Pocket, I believe, is on her first scoring pass, and this is through her first scoring pass, while Sly Vixen comes up on her first.
Unfortunately, Joe Stemby's going to head to the box for a multi.
And right there, this is going to be a great example of what Bacon and Legs is going to do up front. Just has that amazing ability to takes her height, really stretches herself out, and she hits hard.
Right. Oh my goodness, yes. We've seen so many of those hard hits this game. 2 more points go up on the board for Mid-Michigan.
Harvey's doing everything today. She's taking pictures. See? She's got a photo studio set up, kind of, sort of. Not really. But anything you need, but it's not put together.
We have Machete Lane out there for Kalamazoo.
Jamming for Mid-Michigan, we have no below 7 Darby Phoenix.
Looks like Darkin jamming for Mid-Michigan. Moving that wall. Headhunter picking up lead.
Yeah, Reckless is going to get sent to the box.
Looks like Jugs Bunny is also in the box, putting them down 2 blockers right now. Oh, but good job.
The Malachi
Pinching
crunch.
head right in the middle.
Wow.
Oof. I wouldn't want to be.
They forced her outside, and then she decided to go inside, and they met her right in the center there.
All right. Looks like we're seeing a direction penalty on number 12. This box is staying busy this game, that's for sure.
Yes, we do have that one. Oh! On the box.
And once in a while, the floor just grabs you by the feet.
Okay.
Honestly, I think the floor takes me out sometimes more than anybody else. Reckless getting back to her teammates,
Ophelia Plenty just about got knocked down.
making sure to enter in behind the pack,
Stayed under 12,
get
20
with
to
her
go.
buddy.
2:49.95 century mark coming up.
Headhunter's already on a 16-point jam with 40 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Mid-Michigan having done a pretty good job of stopping the big runs of Kalamazoo here in the middle to the later stages of the game, but not this time around.
Risky Chicky and Elliott Reed get out of the box back on the track, and we see a star pass.
That's going to be Liz.
I would not want to be hit by cruising.
Quick offense there from 777.
That was nice. That was very well done.
Is that a
Quick.
wrecking ball and a wreck Liz?
Yep. Quick little hit check.
Or
to,
wrecking bell.
Yeah, and you know, the Kalamazoo doesn't need a lot of space to get through.
No, their jammers are quick on those lines, that's for sure.
All right, we're looking at a 261 points for Kalamazoo, 97 for Mid-Michigan Mayhem. We've got about 10 minutes remaining.
With a timeout for Mid-Michigan.
And as they take a timeout, we'll just remind you we are at the Mitten Kittens mashup, the 10th annual version. Of course, you know, probably, I'm sure we missed 2020 or whatever it was. But this could be the 10th of these. Is once again, this is a single. These are 3 different divisions, correct? 3 different divisions. We've got Division 1, we have Division 2, and then we have state teams, and they all play in a single elimination tournament. The winner from this game is going to move on through the winner's bracket. Then there, of course, is a loser's bracket as to which the other teams will move and continue to play throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
So, and that's fun, right? I mean, there's not too many times that a tournament isn't really much more than pulling teams together to play for rankings. But they actually walk away with a title and a trophy here.
Also, as a reminder, this weekend we have charity raffles benefiting our It's a Breast Thing cause. It's a grant fund that supports local patients by awarding $500 grants to cancer patients in 19 mid-Michigan counties.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the jam is on. Poison getting up that inside, picking up a lead. 9-0 jamming for Kalamazoo. I don't know if we've seen them jam yet, have we? Oh, yeah, of course. That's Machete. Machete Lane, number 99, jamming for Kalamazoo.
And, oh!
Oof.
Sweet Poison had turned away, I think, to call off the jam. Ended up catching the shoulder right in the chops.
Yep. That's a hard hit to the face for sure.
And of course, that could only be number 100, and that, or no, 911. Sorry, Bacon and Legs.
Bacon in the legs.
She's been outstanding this entire game.
And an official timeout. Doesn't look like Kalamazoo got their jammers on the
No,
track in
no,
time.
they did not. In fact, I think it was the whole team.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that might be a penalty for
Actually, that was, yeah, Mid-Michigan.
gameplay interference.
And official's going to talk this over. I'll tell you, there can't be any kind of official review that's harder than roller derby because they basically stand around you and tell you to think back to like 2 minutes ago. Are you sure that's what you saw?
When I'm out on the track, I get what they call jamnesia. Don't remember anything. Certainly wouldn't be a good official, I'll tell you that. So
I love that term. That's tremendous. That's one of the better ones I've heard in a long time.
so much respect for our officials out there who make this sport possible for us.
Yeah, it's an incredibly difficult job. I know I'm way too ADHD to have anything to do with that.
And there's so much to look at, so many different kind of penalties. Are they in bounds? Are they out of
Exactly,
bounds?
exactly right. They put me on the outside line, and I'd be noticing if shoelaces were tied or not.
Right.
He has lots of very good.
All right, Headhunters
I'm not sure if it's
out there one more time.
open, but definitely check out their website. And I'm not sure if they have a booth.
And down some blockers. It's going to be pretty easy pickings for Headhunter.
They're really driving that jammer back from Mid-Michigan.
You can quote me on this is GM number 14 with under 10 minutes to
Oh,
go because
big hit to that outside.
Kalamazoo doing a really nice job of protecting both sides,
Mid-Michigan is
the back and the front of the pack, doing a nice job being able to split up and then reform.
You can see Blue-Eyed Bruiser having her blockers move up to keep that pack definition. Sly Vixen headed to the box while Headhunter comes around. Cayenne Calamity just missing that shoulder.
Yeah, no question that Blue-Eyed Bruiser has earned the name.
Absolutely, Blue-Eyed Bruiser has been around with Kalamazoo for quite some time and is definitely a leader out there on the track. Good offense there from Cayenne Calamity. Kitty catching the jammer right up at the front, working to slow him down.
Yeah, Headhunter, once again, she's going to feel some of that tomorrow.
Oof,
Oh, that, yeah.
big fall.
Blue-Eyed Bruiser stood up straight, fell backwards.
we're going to call another timeout.
Our EMTs are gonna go take a look. Keep everyone safe out on the track.
Yeah, I would imagine that everybody's just a little bit concerned about the head hitting the concrete.
Absolutely. So we have our EMTs and couldn't be more grateful for them.
So if you're watching at home or if you're anywhere near Lansing, and by near we mean what, within like 4 states maybe, you can still drive out here. You can still catch tonight's action. You can catch. We're going to be going all day tomorrow on Saturday. We'll wind things up on Sunday with our championship games. And once again, nice big shout out to Lansing Roller Derby and the work that they've helped put into this. To AK 40 ounce, of course, who organizes this tournament. I don't even know how he does all that stuff. That's that man is. I don't think he sleeps.
No, I'm sure not.
I can't imagine that he does. I think AK wakes up and he's multitasking from the moment his eyes open to the minute his eyes close at the end of the day.
Blue-Eyed Bruiser is up. You know, another game I'm excited for this weekend is our Scrim Scram. Scrim Scram is a little mitten kitten special game for newer skaters. I believe you have to have less than a year of experience and you get out there with some of Michigan's most veteran and all-star players.
What a great learning experience, right?
Yeah. This year, out in Scrim Scram, you're going to see Oirish, Amanda Hall, Swift Justice, Finn Marcella, Racer McChaser, all from Detroit, Jay Sandin, Slamlet from Ann Arbor, Attitude Adjustment from Grand Raggedy. Some really, really big derby names out there this weekend.
Yeah, excited to see Racer McChaser.
Aren't we all?
Always.
Unless you're skating against her.
Yeah.
Then you're not.
No, I can see that.
Poison sneaking by, managing to stay in on that outside line, getting a quick lead. And Kitty hitting Hot Pockets out.
And there we go. Sweet Poison going to break through the block.
Quick points there.
Once in a while, you just got to kind of put your head down and go through whatever opposition is in front of you. That's exactly what Sweet Poison had done.
Yeah. Sweet Poison is one of our Team Michigan skaters, so I think she's got double duty this weekend.
Yeah, and I would imagine you have a couple of people playing on both D1 and D2 this weekend too. But Kalamazoo with two very impressive outings to start the tournament. Their D1 team
Absolutely.
put up over 400 points in their victory in the first game.
Yeah. Chaotic with that lead. And Reckless managing to stay in and really drive those Kalamazoo blockers. Chaotic getting a quick scoring pass. If I'm not mistaken, Kalamazoo wasn't previously WIFTA, or Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Association, you know, our version of the NFL, NHL governing body. And now they are going back after a little hiatus, so I'm sure they came out here with something to prove. Oh, big pile up there.
Yeah,
That was some good offense from Risky Tricky to try and get their jam through quickly. Reckless working that wall, but getting a little gassed.
and in the meantime, K-Doc's like, well, now that they're all looking over there, I'll just go through on the inside.
Risky Chicky picks up the star, but is not the jammer, and picks up an illegal procedure penalty.
So unfortunately, that is an illegal procedure. The pivot for Mid-Michigan is not the jammer.
Man, it's always so sad when you go for a pass as a jammer and your pivot is in the box. It is not my favorite place to be.
No.
And this might be our highest scoring jam yet of the day. Chaotic with a 28-point
Yeah.
jam.
Yep. That's the largest of the game for sure. And again, you know, making it look easy, long strides.
Now, and we've seen Chaotic both out there as a blocker, pivot, and jammer, and has had incredible success in every area.
All right, and we're looking at a 309 Kalamazoo. Mid-Michigan Mayhem is going to be 106. We're down to just about 5 minutes remaining in the game. And we've got an official review at the moment. I think they're talking about dinner.
Oh, I hope so. I know that we have a reception at Lansing Shuffle tonight, and I don't know if you've been there before, but it is phenomenal. It's kind of like this cool, funky space. It's like a food court style, but like really high quality food. They have boozy milkshakes and burgers.
Yeah,
they have bubble tea.
Nothing about that sounds dangerous.
No.
All I need to be is in a coma tomorrow morning.
Show up, be like, I'm ready to
Yeah.
dance.
Too many shakes.
But that'll be tonight from 9 to 12, and then the actual Mitten Kitten after party is tomorrow night from 9 to 12, also at Lansing Shuffle. So,
And we'll do it again on Sunday.
well, why not?
Why not?
3 for 3.
That's a great thing about roller derby, right? You get to see a sport you enjoy. You get to see some high intense action, and then after that, there's still a party to get.
I know. If you're not crawling out of here by Sunday.
Yeah, I will say over the course of time that I've been involved with roller derby, some of those after parties get a little bit smaller and smaller and smaller because people have gotten smarter. They're not out till 2 or 3 in the morning every night when they have to skate the next day.
Oh, yeah. You make that mistake once, I don't think you're too keen on making it again.
I think the mistake was made a lot in the first couple of years.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes still is.
Oh,
But is it a mistake if you're having fun?
Well, exactly.
All right.
You know, easy for me to say. I'm sitting in a chair.
I know. We got it easy today.
So
We're not
you and I,
always out there.
Meatball. Meatball, I can't believe how quiet your dog is.
Oh, my partner grabbed him from me. He snuck away.
Oh, so, well, that would explain why I said quiet. So he didn't make any noise when he was here. And number 82 going to get through.
Those jammers so close together and playing competitive. Poison coming in hard and calling it off before Machete can hit the Mid-Michigan blockers, and Poison gets 2.
Yeah, you can start to see the physical toll on it's starting to take on people. A lot of huffing and puffing.
Oh yeah, only 4 minutes left in this game, and it is 309 Kalamazoo to 108 Mid-Michigan.
Mid-Michigan, though, of course, improving pretty dramatically throughout the stages of the game, as we're going to see Hot Pocket out there as the lead jammer.
Absolutely, and 410 Basher giving Hot Pocket some real quick offense to run through on that outside line, get a quick lead, and a whip.
Yeah, Blue-Eyed Bruiser paired up with yet another blocker, just basically going to split that thing right up the middle and give her an absolute clean run at daylight.
Blue-Eyed Bruiser again with the assist for Hot Pocket. What a deadly combo out on the track.
Yeah, she's got a very, very strong awareness of where her jammer is at all time. Right there again. She's going to seal off the inside line, leave it wide open. Hot Pocket hasn't even had to stutter a step here.
That offense has been so incredibly effective.
And obviously the thing that makes the difference between a great team and a good team is a team that blocks offensively as well as it does defensively.
Absolutely. To have the awareness to switch between the two of them is not easy.
No, Kalamazoo's done a fine job at this.
Catastrophe going to help her jammer. Quick offense, and looks like it works. She's running right on out of that pack.
Just amazed at how Hot Pocket goes in. She must feel like she's in the trash compactor scene of Star Wars.
Just. A 20-point jam for Hot Pocket there. Very, very impactful. Making our score here 329 to 108 with 2 minutes 52 seconds left on the clock.
And we've got an official timeout at the moment.
See your bench staff checking in with Blue-Eyed Bruiser, making sure she's doing all right.
Yeah, she's going to be sore. She's going to be sore tomorrow. But
I think they all are going to be.
But I think she's made more people sore.
Oh, absolutely.
than have made her
Absolutely. And again, huge shout out to our officials. They do not have an easy job, and they are putting in the hours this weekend. Some of them going to be skating more than the derby athletes. So.
Yep, absolutely. Remember, never too late to become an official.
No, not at all. Getting involved with your local roller derby team is so huge, so impactful, keeps the sport going.
All right, according to the officials, the next whistle is not going to start the jam.
I really do think Meatball was dog-napped. He hasn't returned.
Oh, yes. We might have to put on APB.
Headhunter out there as a pivot. I don't know if we've seen her out there blocking
I believe
yet.
so.
Here we are, back to jam number 19, back to Chaotic.
Really locking down that jammer, sneaking by, and the pileup is chaotic. Reckless with the lead, getting ping-ponged around in a quick call-off. Yep, Reckless picked up 2 there before Chaotic could snag any points.
All right, we're winding down to about the last 2 minutes.
have Sweet Poison on the jam line for Mid-Michigan.
There's our whistle for
But
jam number 2.
is that for Kalamazoo? Have we seen that?
At Michigan, we have 82 Sweet Poison. A Sly Vixen and Patty to look
Oh,
stop recycling in the front.
that's number 58.
Betty Rage.
That'd be Betty Rage.
Betty Rage.
Good communication there by
Betty
the
Rage.
team. Make it crazy.
Once again, Kalamazoo doing such a nice job of opening up that inside line.
Absolutely.
After all, it is the shortest way around the track.
He's like, look at me, I can jam.
Yep, she's able to stay in bounds. Number 410 that time around.
Looks like Betty
Ash.
Page is headed to the box, forfeiting lead and giving Sweet Poison a power.
Sponsored by Dirty Fish. So good opportunity for Sweet Poison. That's Betty Rage. Oh,
Poison going to the box. We're having our jammer swap.
Yep, Betty. Go ahead, Betty.
Little confusion there. Jammer swaps can do that.
Maybe getting to rest for 20 seconds
I know.
seemed nice.
We already see Sweet Poison back out on the track. So because Poison swapped with Betty Rage, she only had to sit as long as Rage did. A hard hit from Machete, but she just bounces right off Poison. And this jam's going for the full 2 minutes with only 15 seconds left. Poison on her way back to the box. And there we go. It's looking like the unofficial score up there right now. It's 337 Kalamazoo to 114 Mid-Michigan.
Kalamazoo, both teams very impressive
Absolutely.
to open the action here. At
Absolutely. Watching Mid-Michigan really lock it down in the second half was phenomenal to see.
But yeah, just very impressive.